Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Theme Park here at the KD Adventures. And in this episode we're going to be building the front entrance plaza to the theme park. So in the last episode we built the car park, which you've just seen briefly there. So now we're just going to be moving on to building the entrance to the park. In the last episode, not only did we build the car park, we also built that car park transportation system, which you can see on the screen there. So that will take you from what I called car park B, which is towards the back of the car park, over to the front entrance where this entrance plaza is going to be. Also, I remembered in the last video when I was doing the voiceover and I was editing it, I realised that Americans, they call it a parking lot. So that's what it is. It's a parking lot car park. The same thing really, but yeah, that's what we did in the last episode. So if you haven't already, go check out that first episode. I'll be making a playlist with all the Planet Coaster episodes on there for you to check out on the channel as well. So with this entrance plaza, when I started building it, I didn't really know what I wanted out of it as an end result. All I knew is that I needed it to be kind of basic, not like too extravagant, because I've got these three different areas that I'm going to be using in the park. So that's going to be the spooky area, we're going to have the pirate area, which I've started building already, and then we're going to have that sci-fi themed area as well. So with the entrance plaza, I needed it to be fairly standard, because we've got those other three areas going to be so heavily themed. So what I thought I'd go for is make a kind of Mediterranean kind of feel to it, kind of tropical theme. So that was done by using these kind of style walls and using different plants and trees as well that fit in with that theming. To say that this was going to be quite a basic entrance as well, it did actually take me quite a while to complete this entrance plaza. I ended up going into quite a bit of detail with it to say that I was going to keep it simple. So here you can just see me building that very entrance bit where you've got those ticket booths there, that's what's under those archways. So you've got 5 different ticket booths there, but this is just the start of it. Later on in the video I go further back and I create like a massive lake type thing that's in the centre, and all the areas are going to be around that lake in the middle. So we're going to have those 3 different themed areas, and the pirate area is the one that I've started first. I'm already, I'd say, about halfway through building that now. I've just built the first coaster in the game, and I believe that is going to be the focus of the next episode, because I believe that is what I started basically straight away after building this entrance plaza. So that coaster has already been built. But as I said in the last episode, let me know your ideas for what you want to have included in this park. As I said, the pirate area is nearly complete now, but there is still room to add more stuff in. But also let me know what you want to see in that sci-fi themed area. So I want to go for a kind of like alien invasion type feel for that area. I'm getting kind of like the Swarm at Thorpe Park, if you've ever experienced that ride or that area in Thorpe Park. So give me ideas for that down in the comments below or on social media, and also for the spooky themed area as well. So that's going to have like horror themed rides, just like kind of just spooky theming. That's all I can really describe it as, what I have in mind anyway. I have some ideas in fact I have ideas for all the areas, but yeah, let me know what you want to see in the park, and I'll include them. So as you can see, that front entrance bit where the ticket booths are, is just coming on quite nicely. It's nothing, as I said, it's nothing too extravagant. It's just building those walls around the ticket booth. As I was saying in the last video, when I'm making these parks, whenever I'm building on Planet Coaster, I am always changing my mind and deleting stuff. I do that a lot with this entrance plaza as well. With the pirate themed area, I think that is probably the most I've ever changed anything on this game. I just wasn't happy with what I'd built, and I just kept changing it. I think I went through 4 different ideas building that pirate themed area, and I've only just so I'm only just halfway through it now. And I built this entrance plaza, I'd say roughly about a month ago now. It must have been about 3 to 4 weeks ago now I built this. So since then I've been building that pirate themed area, and I must have gone through about 4 or 5 different ideas. So first of all, I started off with a dark ride, and it was going to be like a shooting type thing, so kind of like Men in Black at Universal Studios or Jewel at Alton Towers, that type of thing. And it was going to be pirate based because I've never seen anything like that before with the pirate theme. So I was going to do that, but as I built it, I wasn't feeling it. I didn't really like it at all. So I ended up deleting that, and then I ended up building a wooden coaster. I built all that, and I started altering the terrain levels and stuff and putting some scenery in, and then I came back on it the next day and I was like, I don't like this either. So I ended up deleting that and flattening the terrain again. I must have left it for about a week, and in that week I went on YouTube, I looked at different ideas of what I can do or what other people have done for their pirate themed areas, just to get ideas on what scenery they'd been using, and then I ended up building an RMC coaster, and at the moment that is what is sticking. It looks really good. I'm happy with how it looks. So next time when I go on Planet Coaster and I look at it, hopefully I'll still be happy with it and I won't delete it again. But yeah, I do think I'm going to be sticking with it. For the other 2 themed areas, for the spooky area, I'm thinking of maybe a launched coaster, but that launched coaster is going to start as a dark ride inside like a haunted mansion type thing, and then you're going to shoot out of the haunted mansion and go on a big outdoor coaster. So that's what I have in mind for that area. For the sci-fi themed area, I've not yet confirmed what I'm going to be putting in that area yet. I have got some ideas for some coasters, but I'm not too sure yet. So as I said, let me know down in the comments below what you want to see in that area. For that pirate themed area, I have only built that RMC so far, so I've not added anything else. I've added like a couple buildings in there, but nothing too extreme. I'm thinking of putting in like a drop tower, something very similar to Tower of Terror. If you're a regular of the channel, you'll know that I'm a huge fan of Tower of Terror. It's my favourite dark ride, so I need to add something like that in my park. And I'm thinking of doing that in the pirate themed area. I've not decided yet on how I'm going to incorporate that type of ride into the pirate theme, but I will think of a way of doing it somehow. As you can see, this entrance plaza is starting to come on quite well now. This is just the first section of it, so this is just the ticket booth area. But later on, I do build another section where it's got different shops and food stalls as well. So that's what's going to happen later on in the video. But here you can see that I'm just adding in that fountain, and you can see that Mediterranean feel that I was mentioning earlier. It's starting to come in quite well now. Although at the end of this video it will look like this area is complete and this front entrance plaza is complete, there's always room for improvements. So let me know if you think this area should have anything included, any more scenery. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. I think with entrance plazas, although they're not like official themed areas in the park, they do have, as they're the first area that you come across when you enter a theme park, they do need to stand out and they need to look incredible, just because it's the first impression of the park. That's what I've tried to do here, and tried to make it nice, add some nice scenery in there, lots of plants and flowers, and obviously that fountain as well. Just have it look really nice for when you first enter the park. One of the main things as well on Planet Coaster when you're building is to zoom out every now and again just to see how it looks from far away, because it looks really good close up, but if some of those trees are blocking some of the different views, then they'll need to get changed because you need it to look good from all different angles. So that's the ticket booth area of the entrance plaza complete. It is looking really nice, and with the second part of our entrance plaza, I try and keep the theming fairly similar so it all matches. Here I'm just adding in the information booth, so if any guests have any questions or they need a park map or anything like that, they can go here and grab themselves one of those. Although this is an entrance plaza, it's also where the guests are going to exit as well, so you need to think about what to put on the back of that building as well. So here I've started adding some posters which are relevant to some of the areas, like you've got that pirate in the middle there, so that's obviously going to be related to the pirate themed area. So yeah, you need to theme that back of the entrance as well, and as you can see I've put the come back soon on there as well. So as the guests exit the park, you've got that to look at. As well as building coasters and different rides, you also need to add in those different facilities as well on Planet Coaster. So there's those toilets that I've just added in there. Not only that, you've got like the first aids points. You've also got an ATM machine on there. You've got tons in this game, as you can do pretty much anything in this game. So yeah, I've just added those toilets in there, and I'll be obviously adding them around the park as well. So now that ticket booth building's been complete, now I'm going to start adding in those different food stalls, and I think I add in some gift shops as well there as well. I've got that massive lake in the middle as well. As I said earlier, all the different themed areas are going to be situated around there. So in front here, I've just had to flatten the terrain a little bit there, just so I can add some of those shops on there. Once you've built the park and you've added all your coasters and all your rides and all your shops and all your facilities, and it's time to open the park, this game also, you have to keep up with the guest satisfaction, and you have to track how guests are feeling. So if you don't add in like a lot of food stalls, or if you don't add in a lot of those facilities, that will make the guests unhappy. And not only that, you have to keep your staff happy as well. You have to give them a salary, you have to pay them. So it's really in depth, this game is. It acts as an actual real theme park. You have to keep everyone happy. If your staff are unhappy, they'll end up actually quitting, and you'll see that the stores become empty. That's because they've actually quit and left. So you have to keep all the staff happy as well as the guests as well. Unluckily for these staff, the park's not going to be open for a long time yet, so they are going to be stood in there for a long time. I'm pretty sure all of them are going to end up quitting before the park opens. Here I'm just adding in the building around those different shops. As I said earlier, I did want it to match what that ticket booth area looks like. I also wanted it so you could kind of, even though that the building was in the way, you could still kind of see through it and see that nice lake in the background. So then I deleted some of the different walls just so you can kind of see it. So now that the building's complete, I start adding in the different bits of scenery and all the different plants and trees. I also end up building a picnic area as well, which is on the grass bit. So after you've bought some food from one of the stalls, you can sit on that grass area and have a bit of a picnic there. So guests can only walk on paths, they can't walk on the grass area, and as you can see, I've added in that natural looking path, but it comes up with those horrible looking railings and it doesn't look very natural at all. So what I've done is I've just covered them up with the hedges, and I've added a few rocks in there as well, just to make it look a little bit more natural. Just so you know which shop's which, I've added in that, I think it's called awning, above each of the different stalls, so you know which one you're going to. So you've got like the slush stall, the soda stall, I've got some balloons there as well. So yeah, I've just added those on there so you know what store you're about to go into. So here I'm almost finished with that entrance plaza. I'm really happy with how it's come out. There is some little bits of room for improvement there, but for now I'm happy with how it is looking. I think that water fountain looks really nice as well. It really fits in with the theme of it. As I said, I was going for that Mediterranean kind of feel with this area. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of this area. Is there anything else you want me to add? As I said, there is room for improvement on there, so let me know and I'll add that into that entrance plaza, as well as those 3 different themed areas, what you want to see. As I said, we've got that pirate themed area, we're going to have the sci-fi themed area, and we're going to have that spooky Halloweeny type area as well. So let me know what you want to see in those different themed areas, and I will add them. So that's about it for this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell as well. We make plenty of theme park related videos here at the KD Adventures, which you don't want to miss. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.